Supreme Court just backed Trump. Big changes for illegal immigrants coming, by Frank Lee for freedomdaily.com. America is in constant battle with the topic of immigration. Some citizens want open borders and others want a stronger border to protect from illegal entry into America. Those who wish to open borders want it to be that anyone can go anywhere. Those who want stronger protection at the border want people to follow the laws and also help prevent drug smuggling, terrorists, and anyone else who wishes to inflict harm on others from entering the country. It's a constant debate that's been going on for years. Former President Barack Obama had deported millions of people, and President Trump might do the same. This week's ruling by the Supreme Court favors Trump's policies and ideas towards immigration laws and deportation. The Supreme Court has backed President Donald Trump in a controversial ruling that makes interesting changes for illegal immigrants who are detained and awaiting deportation. Specifically speaking, the immigrants who are detained and waiting to be deported are now allowed to be held indefinitely. They are also not entitled to a bail hearing. This means any illegal immigrants who were detained might be detained anywhere from months to years and not have any possibility to challenge their situation. On one hand, that seems very unfair to detain people for months or years. That's what I was just about to say. When they can quickly be deported, right? Because who's going to support them in the meantime, right? The taxpayers? However, on the contrary, if the person detained has broken several American laws or committed a horrible crime like murder, they're okay. That I agree with. Then it should be acceptable to detain them for the amount of time it would take for them to serve a prison sentence for the crime. Okay. It is sometimes unknown if the illegal immigrants' home country will hold them accountable for their crimes, which means someone who broke a major law in America could be quickly detained without serving time for the crime. Western Journal reported more on the ruling. Justice Samuel Alito delivered the opinion for the court, joined by Chief Justice John Roberts and Justice Anthony Kennedy. Justice Clarence Thomas and Neil Gorsuch joined most of Alito's opinion, though they also wrote to say they do not believe the court had jurisdiction to hear the case. In a rare move, Justice Stephen Breyer read part of his dissent in the courtroom during Tuesday's proceedings. The justices only read their dissents from the bench when they mean to emphasize their disagreement with the majority. Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg and Sonia Sotomayor joined his opinion. Who wants to hear from these people? Corrupt liberal judges, sick, they're mentally unstable, and they're still on the board there. Justice Elena Kagan was recused because she briefly participated in the case while serving in former President Barack Obama's administration. The Ninth Circuit, U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals found that individuals held in immigration jails pending deportation may have a hearing every 6 months to review the legitimacy of their detention. The Ninth Circuit Court based its decision on a legal rule called the Canon of Constitutional Avoidance. The rule says that where a federal law has multiple interpretations, courts must rely on the interpretation that avoids constitutional problems. Alito explained that this approach was mistaken since the words of the statute clearly do not provide bail hearings for detained immigrants. That is not how the canon of constitutional avoidance works, Alito wrote. Spotting a constitutional issue does not give a court the authority to rewrite its statute as it pleases. That's true. The High Court declined to say whether the Constitution requires bond hearings for aliens in detention. They asked the Ninth Circuit Court to resolve that issue and may review their determination at some future date. The American Civil Liberties Union represents the immigrants who brought the action. They say detainees are eligible for bail under the Due Process Clause of the Fifth Amendment. Yeah, but they're not citizens, so it doesn't apply to them. How about that? It's predicated that the American Civil Liberties Union, ACLU, will challenge this ruling in hopes to gain more chances for immigrants to challenge their detainment and confinement. The more significant problems remain, which is convincing people to stop breaking the laws at the border and getting more people to enter America the legal way. America is a land of laws, and we live most civil when people adhere to the same set of rules. Many Americans were outraged when an illegal immigrant, Zarate, did what he did, and that sparked outrage against illegal immigrants, many of whom don't abide by any of the laws. But again, breaking into the country is a law that should be followed. Whatever. America welcomes immigrants up to a point. We don't want to be flooded. That's what they were trying to do to this country. But I say if they didn't commit any crimes, they should, why post bail and all of that? Ship them back to where they belong and forget about it. Now, if they did commit heinous crimes, yes, then they should be held accountable over here, even though it's going to be at the taxpayer's expense, because we don't know if they're going to serve time if they ship them back, So I agree with that. And the ACLU, you know what? Let them tell them to go where they, let them pay for everything. Let them foot the bill, you know what I'm saying? Enough with this crap. Either they follow the laws or nobody's going to follow the laws. Why should one class of people follow laws and the other people don't follow laws? I mean, what is this? It's not a banana republic, but that's what they wanted to do to this country. A banana republic, third world country status. That's why Trump came in, because he feared for this country what was going to take place over here. That's why he did this. For what? To go through all that backlash that he's been getting? He was set for life. He didn't need this kind of crap to deal with. That's why he was a blessing. And I don't care what the liberal media say. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching.